again and welcome back. If you are new around here, then hi, nice to meet you, and if you are returning, then thank you very fucking much for coming back. I'm Alana. I'm a 30-something Scottish woman who does like a little bit of a sweary word on her channel. So just so you know, in case you get the kiddies running about, in case you don't like swearing, which is absolutely fine, yeah, I do swear quite a bit. Just rolls off the tongue when you're Scottish, you can't really help it. If you're Scottish and you're sitting thinking, well, I don't swear, I'm very well spoken, good for you, good for you. Anyway, this video is going to be about beautypie. I have been speaking about this video for many months now. I signed up to beautypie in, must have been June, May or June of this year. So I have been with them for the better part of 6 months now. Is that right? May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, like nearly, this will be my 7th month I've been signed up to them. I haven't ordered every single month, maybe every other month, and sometimes like I'll just order 1 or 2 things and then the next month I'll let stuff roll on and get a bigger order the next month. But I'm going to get into the ins and outs of how it works. Are they worth it? You know, over this 7 months, have I spent a heck of a lot of money that I could have saved in other areas? Is it worth the fee, the membership fee you have to pay? Are the products any fucking good? For a start, that might help. And today, everything on my face that I'm wearing, every single thing, with the exception of concealer, is beautypie. Everything on my face today is beautypie. I'm just gonna zoom you in and let you see it, because you know, who doesn't want to see my moustache? Eyeshadow, liner, mascara, as I say, not concealer, that's someone else. This guy, fuck this guy. Highlighter, powder, blush, contour, lipstick, lip liner, everything is beautypie. So get yourself a cuppa. Hello, Alana from the future here. I totally forgot to mention that the makeup section of this, if you are only wanting to see the makeup products from beautypie, starts around about the 20-minute mark. Just a little word of warning, because I do talk about how beautypie works, the system, and skincare prior to all of that. So if you don't want to see that and you just want to see how the makeup products are working, feel free to skip ahead to about the 20-minute mark. Thanks. Get yourself coffee, tea, whatever you want, and just keep on watching. Oh, here she comes to save the day. Pebbles P. Oh god, Pebbles. She's a superhero cat. Pebbles P, here to save the day. You gonna go in the bed? Yeah? Right, you go in the bed then. On you go. There we go. So, what can we say about beautypie? I think they have been around since about 2016, but I believe that the creator of beautypie, which is Marsha Kilgour, I want to say, has been working in the beauty industry for many moons? What are you saying? Many moons prior to that. And my cat's just decided to climb under the duvet, because that's how cold it is in here. Anyway, she's been working in the beauty industry for many moons, and she seems to really know what she's talking about, as far as I've seen of what she's said. You know, you take it with a pinch of salt. I did see that recently Cassandra Bankinson done a video on beautypie talking about how basically they have factories in all places of the world. I think Korea she mentioned, France she mentioned, and Italy. I think they've got some in Germany as well, because certainly some of the products I've received have said they have been made in Germany, so surely. And basically it's like the Korean factories are taking a lot of K-beauty skincare stuff and plucking things from there. The Italian factories are using a lot of makeup, luxury makeup brands get stuff made in Italy. So maybe they are plucking little bits and bobs from out of there. The French ones as well, again, kind of luxury, like La Mer, etc. All that kind of stuff. There are certain big beauty companies, whether it's cosmetics or skincare type companies, that you go to a factory, they basically get an empty component. Can I show you what I mean? Let's take this one for example. This is the beautypie Plantastic Apricot Butter Cleansing Balm. I think this looks remarkably like Herbivore. I'm going to put a photo of Herbivore here. So what a company, I'm not saying this is what Herbivore do, but what a big company do, they walk into a factory who makes these kind of products, skincare or makeup. Some companies like L'Oreal and all that might have their own factories, their own scientific labs and creator areas where they will actually have stuff made for them. But other companies and a lot of companies will do a bit of both. So what the company does is go into the factory, and this here will be unbranded. Nothing on it, your name here. Could say AltogetherAlanna on it if I wanted to buy it. And I'm just going to show you the inside component as well. So this is it here. It's a glass component as well. And as I say, any company can go in and say, yes, I like this packaging. Yes, I like this kind of font or layout, but can we maybe have it in an italic instead of this now? Can I have something slightly different, slightly tweaked? And can I have a black lid instead of a white lid? But essentially, the stuff inside is still the same. And they buy it for a certain price. So just for round numbers here, let's say that the company buy this for £1. Just for saying sake, right? The general rule of thumb within the beauty industry is that you are getting something that is 10%. It's worth 10% of that. So if this costs them £1 to buy, they will sell it to you for £10. Is that right? I had to think about that there because I'm terrible at maths, I'm really sorry. But yes, if you buy this for £10 on the shelf in Boots, then they have probably bought it, manufactured it, done the branding on it for £1. That is a general rule of thumb. Now, obviously, luxury brands may mark up that even higher. So they might sell this for £30, but I've only got it for £3, or they might sell it for £30 and I've only got it for £2. You don't really know the ins and outs of that, but generally 10% markup or 10% of what you've paid is a general rule of thumb. And that is certainly what beautypie are claiming also. Now the thing that always kind of put me off beautypie, or I was never quite sure to delve into it a few years ago, was the membership. You have to pay a membership to get access to these products to get them at that price. And I always thought that seems like a bit of a scam. So I waited and waited, and that's why I never actually picked anything up from beautypie or signed up until this year. When I seen more and more people signing up, I got influenced, and actually then a few of my close friends in real life, not just here on YouTube or Instagram, were like, it's really good, and I was like, okay, fine. So the membership fees are as follows. You can have a £5 a month membership fee, which you get a £50 a month allowance. You can have a £10 a month membership fee, which you can have £100 allowance, or you can have a £20 membership fee every month and have a £150 allowance. With each of those memberships, your first month you get like a little bonus allowance on top of each of them. So I think with the £5 one you get a bonus of £50, with the £10 one you get a bonus of £100, and with the £20 one I think you only get a bonus of £150, it's not £200. So that means in your first month of signing up, let's just say you go for the £10 a month one because that's what I went for. You pay £10 and you get £100 worth of allowance. That is what you're paying for, allowance to spend on beautypie. That does not mean to say you have £100 worth of cash. It means that you've bought £100 worth of allowance. Now, the green packet that I just showed you, maybe on beautypie retails for £12. But as I say, on retail market, that might cost you £40. If you were to buy it from Space NK or Boots or Cult Beauty, etc., it might cost you £40. So that £40 is deducted from your allowance, leaving you with 60 left to spend on other things. But you're still only going to pay the £12 or whatever it was, and that is the cash you actually spend. Now, as I said, at the start of every month you get a bonus top up. So in your first month you'll pay £10 and you will get an allowance of £200 because you get your £100 to start with, then you get your bonus £100. If you buy the £20 a month one, your first month you will get your £200 a month allowance plus a £150 bonus. So you will be able to buy £350 worth of allowance items on beautypie that month. Now with regards to the allowance, it does roll over. It doesn't just, like, you know, if you haven't spent all your allowance that month then you lose it, which I think is quite a nice touch, because that would be kind of shitty if they just expected you to buy, you know, £100 in that month. I don't mean spend £100, use the allowance of £100 in that month. So let's say for instance I go on and I want to buy a lip pencil, which is going to be much less money than that of a moisturiser. Lip pencils might retail, like a high-end lip pencil, for £20. Like a matte lip pencil might be £20. So if I bought 5 of them on beautypie, then that would be my £100 allowance gone for that month. But each pencil might only cost me £3.95, so it's actually £4 each for 5 lip pencils. But if I wanted to buy a moisturiser, and the moisturiser has actually got a retail value of £80, but is only going to cost me £20, whatever they are, I'm just using round numbers, then that month I will lose £80 out of my £100 budget and be left with £20 left over to maybe pick up a lip pencil if I wanted. But if you're wanting to buy 2 really expensive moisturisers, or a moisturiser and a serum, and one's 60 and one's 80, then you're not going to be able to get that in your single allowance. And that kind of thing, that is probably something that I find to be a bit of a down point for beautypie. You can obviously upgrade to the higher allowance points, and you're able to do that at any time, but it is a little bit annoying. To be fair, I sometimes find, like, when I'm putting things in my basket, I'll be like, okay, I'll try this skincare item, I'll try that skincare item, and before I know it, I'm at around about £80, and then I think, well, I would have liked to have added an eyeshadow palette in, or I would have liked to pick up this. But instead, I found myself at the start, I was just picking up little dribs and drabs of things that I could afford, as opposed to the things that I actually wanted. Now that is me, that's because I'm a bit stupid and a bit like, I need to spend all the allowance. That is why in later months, I just saved up some of my allowance to get more on each order. Because there are things on there that at a retail value cost £100, and that would be one item, and that would be all your allowance gone, even though you're maybe only spending £20 that month. But just remember, you're also always paying your membership fee. Your membership fee. So if you are buying something for the cost price of £20 on the site and the retail value is £100, you are still having to pay that £10 allowance fee. So actually it's costing you £30 as opposed to the retail value of £100. So I've wrote a few things down here. On average, I've spent about £50 a month, and that is with the allowance fee as well, not just on products. I wanted to pull up a little comparison months for you, and on one of the products, sorry, I've got my bullet journal here. On one of the months, I spent £45 on 3 products, and in another month, I spent £41 on 5 products. The month that I bought 5 products was all cosmetic products, and the month that I bought the 3 products for roughly the same amount, if not a tiny little bit more, was a palette plus a candle. Now the candles can be quite expensive, As far as beautypie are concerned, the typical price of their candles, as far as I can see, all of them have a retail value price of £50. The actual members price varies on these. Now I understand that ingredients like scents, things like that, will differ from candle to candle. Kind of 17, 18 to £20 is the prices of their candles. So obviously they've looked at their ingredients and the reason why they will cost slightly more, and that £50 is just the markup that luxury candle companies put on candles. I presume that is why. Now let's talk about the actual products, and are they any good? I feel like skincare and cosmetics, they're very, very different. I look for completely different things. Like, I don't mind paying a little bit less for my cosmetics, as in lipstick, stuff like that. If the payoff is good, like, I don't feel like I'm desperately looking into the ingredient side of a lipstick or an eyeshadow, but with skincare, I will. In the cosmetics area, if you buy 5 cosmetics, you're going to get more products because the retail value of them is a lot less than the skincare ones. So I think that their main goal, as far as beautypie is concerned, is kind of stealing that limelight from massive brands who are charging a lot of money for skincare products that probably don't need to have that markup on them. Now, I'm just going to kind of roughly go through some of the skincare stuff that I've had and I've tried. The Plantastic, the one that I just pulled up a minute ago, this is one that I highly rate. They have different ranges as well, so Plantastic is a range that they have, so this is the cleansing butter, but they also have a moisturiser in this range, they have a hand cream in this range. Do they have a serum? I don't know if they have a serum, but you will see, like, they have this range, Japan Fusion, sorry, I was going to say Japan Fusion, that didn't make sense. Japan Fusion range, they have the QI Energy range, vitamin C range, they have hyaluronic acid, they have Plantastic, which is a kind of trademark thing, the super healthy range, Uber Youth, Dr. Glycolic range as well. So they've got loads of different ranges. And personally, I really rate this product. I think it's really, really nice. Now it is a cleansing balm. It's nothing unusual. Like, it doesn't do anything wow that other cleansing balms don't do, but I do really like it. I think it feels really luxurious. The packaging, the whole marketing around this product and this brand, I have to say, I think is really, really nice. I like that it's in a glass case. It also comes with a little muslin cloth as well. They charge £14 odd for this, I want to say, on the site, and they say that the retail value is £50, which I could quite believe, because as I've said already, it looks unbelievably similar to that of the herbivore stuff that you get in Space NK, and I'm sure that cleansing balms from high-end brands are expensive. I've spoke about lots of cleansing balms before. I have a whole video up here all about cleansing balms. The bottom line is, a cleansing balm is going to do what a cleansing balm is going to do. It's going to take your makeup off, or it's not. Does it need loads of fragrance in it? Does it need all these other active ingredients in it? No, probably not, because you're going to wash it off anyway. That is the bottom line of it. I would always say don't spend loads of money on a cleansing balm. As long as it is doing the job of taking your makeup off your face, that is all you need it to do. This is a little more expensive than the ones I usually buy. Number 7 is around about the £12 range, and I think the Body Shop one is £10. They all do much of a muchness, but I do like the kind of luxury of this. I do think it's very nice. It smells like sweet apricot almost. It almost has a slight gritty texture to it, but not too much as well, which I kind of enjoy. It just makes it feel a little bit more something, which sounds ridiculous, because a little bit more what, I don't fucking know, but I just think it feels luxurious. I really do like this product. So the other thing to remember is, if I'm paying my £10 allowance, then this has a retail value of £50. So I pay £10, this then costs me £14, and I have £50 left over to spend on something. And that then gets a bit muddy, doesn't it? Because I feel like, well, if I only want to buy this of a month, and I won't use this up every month. I would use this over like maybe 3 months. It'll take me a while to use this up. And I have bought a few of these. Like, this is the 3rd one that I've bought, because I really do like it. Would I rather just pay the £14 for it off a shelf or off a site? Yeah, because I don't want to feel like I'm spending £24 on it, when I would never pay that for a cleansing balm if that is all I'm really wanting from the brand. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like a little bit, you feel like you need to purchase something else because you've bought that allowance, so you need to actually spend it on something, and that is very personal to me. I know not everybody will feel that way, but I would like to try lots of different bits from Beautypie, the skincare, the makeup, things like that. But once you've tried one lip pencil, you know, maybe in a few colours, there's only so many that you need. You don't need to continue buying lip crayons or lipsticks or lip pencils. People only need so much. So there's part of me that thinks there's pros and cons to this system, the way of doing things. You're getting them at the lesser price for having a membership, which is great, but would I like to just be able to pay £14 for this? Yes, absolutely. Do I think that eventually Beautypie might get rid of the membership system and just sell the stuff? I would like to hope so. That's the honest truth, because I would go back to them and I would continue to buy from them if I didn't need to be a member. But at the moment, the idea that I have to continue paying that £10 every month when I might not even want anything, it gets to me. That does bother me slightly. I did also speak about the triple hyaluronic acid that I tried from them, which was a serum, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really nice. It cost £15 to buy, cash value, but it has a retail value of £60. So if I wanted to buy the Plantastic, this one here, and the triple hyaluronic acid in the same month, I wouldn't be able to do that, because this is £50 and the triple hyaluronic acid is £60, and that would take me over my allowance. That's what I'm talking about. It kind of bums me out a wee bit, because I would much rather be like, well, I really like that serum and I really like this cleanser and I want to buy both of them, but I can't And that annoys me, that kind of bothers me, because I'm like, I just want to buy the products. That kind of gets to me a little bit. But I do also see, by having the members thing, that's how they're managing to keep costs and managing to actually have this service and give you products that are probably better quality at a lesser price. Now for that reason, I never picked up the triple hyaluronic acid again, because it's just easier to go into Boots and pick up the Inkey List or The Ordinary, or go onto The Ordinary's website or Cult Beauty or wherever and buy your bottle of hyaluronic acid for a £5. Some other skin bits that I've tried are in the QI Energy range. This is the moisturiser, and I can't speak about this too much because I've only just received this and I've only actually tried it one night, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But this one here, this is the QI Energy Ginseng Root and Ginger Brightening Eye Fix. I really like this. Now eye creams, there's a lot of dubiety around them. I've always said that, like, do they actually do anything, or is it just a moisturiser, you know, like what's the point? Now I've said already, this is lovely. It's very, very thick, very, very moisturising, and I think it's just a really nice moisturiser, even if that is all it is. So this, you know, are you going to buy this and just use this as a moisturiser? It's only a 15ml jar. But I thought I'm going to pick the big one up now and see how that is, because if these are very, very similar, then I would rather have the bigger size, because this I am really enjoying. The packaging is beautiful. It's glass jars, little craft boxes. I think everything about the marketing that Beautypie are doing is genius. I think it's really, really clever. This last bit of skincare that I'm going to speak about, and as I say, they have so much on there, I just haven't tried it all. I just haven't had the face to do it, or the time to do it, or the allowance to do it. I think that's the most annoying thing, because I would try a million and one things, but you're just not allowed to buy them because your allowance runs out. That's what bothers me. So this is the Featherlight UVA UVB SPF of 50. Now again, this is one that I have only just recently got, but I think this is lovely. So nice. Now it says that it's a sunscreen primer. I've been using it underneath actually today, so I don't have any foundation on today. It's just a kind of illuminating tint that I have on. I've used it underneath that today, and I've been using this for the last kind of 4 days now, and I think it's lovely. It's very smoothing. I don't know if it's got dimethicone in it, if that's maybe what the smoothing aspect is. I've not really had the chance. Yeah, water, then dimethicone, that's the first ingredients. But it's very, very smoothing. But it's not that horrible, like, waxy feeling that some primers have. Like, it's almost like pore filling. It's almost like you just end up with a slimy feeling on your face. It doesn't really do that, which I'm glad of. It feels more like a moisturiser that soaks into your skin really nicely. And it has the SPF of 50. I am really, really enjoying this. So again, something that I would say look into if you're looking for a sunscreen. Alright, so moving on to makeup. This is where I think you can really play about with your allowance and spend a lot of money and have a lot of fun. And I have been enjoying the makeup side of things. There have been some things that are a bit hit or miss, but we're going to go through everything that I've purchased and what is on my face today. So let's go through it, because I do have a little clip here of me using stuff. So first of all, today I put on the All in Wonder Illuminating Primer. I think this is lovely. As I say, these are things that have just came into my collection this week. I have really been enjoying this. Now it's in one of these packets where it's like almost got a blue shift to it. It doesn't have that kind of shift in it when you put it on your face. It doesn't have a blue duochrome undertone, don't worry. But I don't know if they've just put it in an illuminated bottle because it's obviously an illuminating primer, but I can assure you it doesn't even have like a pinky shift to it. It's more of a kind of just basic golden illuminating primer. I think this is quite similar to the Laura Mercier primer, if you've ever tried that before, and I think this is lovely. The shade I've got is Nude Glow. I don't know if it comes in other colours. I should just mention just now that one of the things about Beautypie, and I did bring this up before in another video, is that the shade range that they offer on a few products is not great. And a shade range that they, like, let's take foundations for instance. Some of their foundations in the darker shade ranges were costing more money than that of the lighter shade ranges. It was a bit of an issue, and I think it is still a bit of an issue that they need to address. Cassandra Bankinson spoke about in her video, should be up there in the cards, all about the fact that, you know, they had this issue with shampoo, and I was like, what issue with shampoo? Like, how is that even an issue? Like, I just thought she was going to get into a little bit more nitty gritty about the brand, and when she actually got to speak with Marcia Kilgour, I thought she would bring that up, the fact that are you making sure that you're bringing enough shade ranges in to cater to everybody rather than just to a lighter skin tone, because it's pretty unacceptable. But she never even broached it, and I was like, oh, that's a bit disappointing. So this is in Nude Glow, but whether or not they do this in a deeper one, I don't think they do, which is a little disappointing. But I still think they need to look at that. I think that's something they need to address, and that's why I'm discussing it at the moment, because I don't think it's acceptable. And they did say at Blackout Tuesday, and when they were asked to pull up or shut up, they said they were dealing with that, and I have yet to hear anything about the shade ranges. I've sat on it for a while now, and I'm still waiting to hear, and I'm now getting to the point where I'm like, okay, were you just saying that to keep people quiet? Were you just saying that to be like, yeah, we're going to deal with it, don't worry, we are going to make it totally inclusive? Have you been on top of it? What are you doing to make it better? This is really nice though. This is very, very nice product. I just hope they do bring it out in other colours. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about the Triple Beauty Luminizing Wand and the Quick Colour Contour Super Gel. So these are in similar packages, but obviously one is the contour wand and one is the illuminating wand. I think they're packaging, like, it's obviously the same component, but this is all black, and the actual marketing is different. Like the font, oh shit, sorry, the font and things is different on this one, and obviously this is a frosty packet, this is just black. I think sometimes the stuff can look a little cheaper, whereas this one looks a little bit more high end, a little bit more high market, but essentially they're exactly the same components. You will see me putting this on my face. I think there are 2 shades of the contour. I don't think it's just this one. This has just got #1 on the back, so I can't tell you, but I think on the site it says like one's called, I don't know, Cocoa, and the other one's called Deep Tan or something. Like, they've got different names on the site. So this one here, you can see me putting it on. This is the contour one. I am not very good at contouring, but this was relatively easy to use. I kind of just wanted to try this because I thought it looked really similar, dupe to that of like Charlotte Tilbury, and I'd seen all the stuff she'd done, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting, I'll give it a go. Will I pick it up again? It's not, probably not, but that's just because I'm not a big contour person. It's not something that I do very often. Would it be an option for me to use as a gel bronzer because I was looking for a new cream bronzer or gel? Maybe, because I find that it's not quite cool toned. I mean, you can see it there on my face, but I think it's a little bit warmer than that of a contour. It's a little bit more of a bronzy tone, so maybe that's just because I picked up the wrong shade, but I picked up the lightest one because I figured, look at the colour of me. But that reason, I don't know, I won't rush to pick it up again. I've not found this and be like, oh my god, this is my new gel bronzer, it's amazing. Like, no, but it's okay, it's nice. Can I compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury one? No, because I've never used it, but I do think it's quite nice. It was very easy to blend, I enjoyed using it, and I think it's done something for this big L round face right here. I think it's done something. This, however, the Triple Beauty Luminizing Wand is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. Again, is this a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury version? Maybe, but this is stunning. This is gorgeous. I really, really like this. It's obviously a cream highlight. It's a little frostier than that of my Danessa Myricks, which is clear, obviously. But this, especially for the winter time as well, I think that's really nice, because in the summer, the Danessa Myricks, like a clear balm, is something more I would go for, because you want to like a little sweaty, a little dewy. And I like that look. But this, however, is just a little bit more like, oh, you're still frosty, but it's not like a frosty highlight. It's definitely like that lit from within kind of feeling. I love this. I think this is amazing. I absolutely would pick this up again. Will I stay signed up to beautypie just to buy this? That is the thing. It's so annoying, because I'm like, what did this cost me? Let's say this cost me £6. I don't know. I'll put all the links below to the things I'm talking about. But let's just say this cost me £6, but then it's actually costing me £16 every time I just want to buy it because of the allowance. Would I like to just be able to pick this up? Yes, please, please. I just feel like the whole membership aspect of it is the thing that is annoying me. That is it, because actually some of the products are really, really nice. Now, the Super Cheek blushes, that's these here. I've got mine in French Raspberry. Did want to pick up another couple of the colours, but I think they've got like a really baby pink one, which I just probably wouldn't wear, and then they've got a more kind of peachy nude one, which is more up my street, but it was out of stock, so I couldn't pick it up, so I didn't bother. But this one here is French Raspberry. It's what I've gotten today, and this is right up my street. This is wonderful. I love it. I think it's really, really good. I think it's really, really worth the price. I love the component. The component is very glossy almost. The lid is a little bit more pewter silver than normal silver, but it's very, very reminiscent of the Glossier stretch tub, so it just makes me think, where do Glossier get their components? But it's lovely. It's really, really nice. I really enjoy it. It's easily blended out. I could make it like much more strong and like look really pink and like across the nose and things like that, or just a little more of a natural flush look. Now I've just got a big dot on my cheek there, sorry. There we go, that'll do. But I really like this. Would I like to just be able to go onto beautypie, I'm gonna keep fucking saying it, as a non-member, just sell the products, because the products are lovely and people would buy them. People would absolutely buy them. I don't know, does that mean that this blush that, you know, maybe I paid £12 for it needs to be 15 instead? I don't know how people feel about that. This is lovely. This is glorious. I would absolutely pay £16 for this. I think it's really, really nice. Do I want to be paying £10 every month though for the opportunity to buy another one? I don't know. Okay, let's talk about eye pencils, because I'm sure that's where I'm going next in this little video. So I am using the eye pencil on Taupe and Choco in this eye look. It's what I've got on today. I've just kind of put it on and smooshed it all over the lid. Love these. Think they're great. They have loads and loads of colours. They've got shimmery ones, they've got kind of pastel purple ones, they've got these that are more neutral, they've got like a frosty pink I think as well, like a champagne colour. They have so many colours in these and I think they are amazing. They are absolutely dupes for Laura Mercier caviar sticks. Absolutely, hands down dupes at a fraction of the cost. They're really, really good. If you were going to buy anything, now I think these resale, like their resale cost is probably around about £25 or something. So you could go on with your £100 allowance and buy 4 of these in the 1 month and pay £6 each, and you know, that's great. But these are so good. These are brilliant. They're so quick. They are very much one and done looks, which is absolutely what I'm going for in my everyday kind of situation. Just smoosh it on, blend it out, off you go. Think these are fantastic and would absolutely buy more colours in them. Just haven't got around to it yet, to be honest with you, because I was wanting to spend my allowance on someone else. See, that's the problem. So yes, love them, think they're great, and highly, highly recommend them. I then picked up this. I picked this up because I thought, God, the price of that is really, really good value for money. Now these are, oh, what were they called? Like the eye foil, what are these called? Just metallic eyeshadow, but I can't remember what the actual name for the set was. Like foil rush set or something like that. So it came with 3 little pots of foil eyeshadow. And it's like metallic eyeshadow. You can see me giving you the swatches there. This is the blue one I've just picked up. This one is called Starry Night. The black one is just called Black Glitter, and the copper one that I've got in my eyes today is called Orite, like, I'm sure it's French or something, but I don't know how to say it. But yeah, Orite is what I've got on my lid today, and they are glorious. Orite especially is absolutely stunning. The blue and the black one I could have give or take. Like, I bought them because it was a good price for the 3 eyeshadows, but the blue and the black isn't the best. The black is a little gritty, the black is a little dry. The blue one is lovely, but to be honest with you, it's not as creamy and as soft and as gorgeous a foil-like texture as the copper one. The copper one is by far the standout favourite. And if I could tell you, yeah, you know, go and try out one of these, I would say buy this if it was a single, but you don't need the other 2. So that then is a bit of a like, because I don't think you can buy them in singles, and that kind of bummed me out a wee bit, because if this was a single, I would be telling everybody to go and buy it because it's beautiful. There is a little bit of fall down with it. It can get a little crumbly, a little flaky, but just press in the middle of the lid or just even all over the lid and smooshed out. Oh, it is stunning. But do you need to buy a set of 3 just to get this one? No. And then therein is the problem. Like what, like I don't know how you resolve that. Now, the pot eyeliner I've spoke about before. This is Black Onyx. It is the Wonder Gel All Day Stay Eyeliner Gel. It's one of those old school gel ones. Who was it I was watching? Was it Kelly over at K Beauty? K Bella Beauty? She was like, who actually uses these anymore? And I was like, me, I do. I was like, I do, absolutely do. I have to say though, this isn't wonderful. This takes quite a few swipes of the brush to actually get it on there. It's okay. Will I pick it up again? Probably not. It's not my favourite gel eyeliner. A lot of the time now I do use like one of the felt tip brush type things or a brush liner. But I do every now and again like to get the old angled brush out and put a little winged liner on. But yeah, I probably won't order this again. It's not the best. It's probably just one to be left. Now, mascara. This is the Uber Volume Boost Mascara. I've been using this for quite some time now. I have been wearing this to work when I've been going to day shift. I don't love it, is the honest truth. It's got a really funny shaped brush on it. I've mentioned that before as well. Like the shape of the brush, it's as if like somebody's just went with a razor at one side and shaved that side off and the other side's still big at the other side. I don't know, it's a bit strange. I find it to be quite a wet mascara, and that's me had it open now for maybe 2 months or so, maybe just over 2 months, and I still find it to be quite a wet mascara, which means it'll probably last a while. But to be honest with you, it's not doing anything desperately wrong. It's not making my eyelashes like really stumpy or clumpy or, you know, nothing, not doing anything. I don't mind that kind of mascara that almost makes you look like it's got a natural look to it, a little bit like Lash Slick. I don't mind that, but I either like that look or I like a super duper voluminous look. And this one is just somewhere in the middle here, floating about, not doing too much of either. And for that reason, I wouldn't pick it up again. It's not offensive, but it's not wonderful. Okay, so moving on to the Good Lighting palette. This is the palette I picked up with the Luminous Blush Trio. I have spoke about this before as well. I very recently saw Laura Hull do a beauty pie kind of get ready with me and spoke about this palette. Now this is supposed to be a dupe for, it's not supposed to be, I'm sure Beauty Pie wouldn't say this is what it was, but as far as I'm concerned, when you look at it, it's a dupe for Hourglass, isn't it? It absolutely is a dupe for Hourglass. So this one here is like kind of like a face powder, this one here is a blush, and this one, I would say it's more of a bronzy colour, but is it a bronzer? Absolutely not. So it's super frosty, super frosty. The blusher I've never really used, it's not really my colour, it's not really my thing. The reason I picked it up was because I thought, well, I'd quite like to try these ones. That's fine. This is nice. I have put it on my face today, so if I do look extra sweaty, more than I usually do, that's probably why. Just to illuminate the face a little, which it does do, but I have to be honest with you, I find it a little more frosty and illuminating than the Hourglass. This is definitely not Hourglass. It's just not there. It's not the same thing. This is much more of like a frosty highlight. Any of them are like a frosty highlight, even though there's a little bit of pigment to them. So for that reason, I don't suggest this. I probably wouldn't bother picking it up, and just save your pennies and get yourself an Hourglass one if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for. If you're thinking, that'll be a dupe, I'll you know, go and get that instead. No, it's not. It's not a dupe. It's nothing like them. And I don't really, I'll use it, but eventually I think I'll end up being like Mum or Women's Aid. Whoever wants it, here you go. Merry Christmas. And finally, lip products. So this is a Moisture Lock Wonder Gel lip liner, and I got mine in Foxy. Really like this. Think it's a really nice lip liner, and to be honest with you, I would be more than happy to wear this alone with a balm over the top, or just as my colour. I think it's really nice. I've been wearing this alongside the Pat McGrath Flesh 3 balm. Very nice. And yeah, very surprised, very impressed, thought it was lovely. Would say pick up in other colours, although some of the other colours, it's like, you know, how many red lip liners do you need? I've got 2. Do I need any more? No. So do I need any more nude ones? Probably not. But very nice lip liner, and if you are in the market for one, then yes, I think these are gorgeous. And finally, the matte velvet lip pencils. Now these are quite obviously dupes for the NARS matte pencils. They are so similar, but what I will say is these are lovely. They are so nice. They have a kind of vanilla scent to them. I don't know, I just thought I should mention that because it is really apparent, but it doesn't really bother me. I've got mine in Caught Me and Guilty Girl. Guilty Girl is the one that I've got on today. It's slightly more brown toned, whereas Caught Me is a little bit more pink. The two of them are stunning. They are so nice, and they do have other colours on there, like they have a red. I don't think they ever have any kind of really out there colours, so there's not like a really orange lip crayon. There's not like anything like that. It's like neutrals, browns, red, pink. It's all kind of in that safe zone, and I get that because it's a market that they're trying to like cover a lot of areas. They're not going to be selling like electric blue lip crayons, are they? I get that. But I have these two now. Do I have a need for any of the other ones? Maybe not. The red possibly I would look into, but I have so many red lip products, I just don't feel I need to buy another one. But these are really nice. Really nice, and I would highly recommend them. I wanted to give this subscription service a go. I wanted to give it a go and make an actual good go of it, so I could come back to you with a kind of more rounded opinion of beautypie. What I would say is that I think the idea of it is brilliant, and I think that the money that you pay each month, you just have to take into account that is going to be added onto what you are paying for each product. If you're having a month where you're buying like 5 products, which means, you know, you're adding £2 onto each or whatever, you have to look at it and think, well, you know, say these cost £6 on beautypie, but you've bought 5 of them in the month, well actually then they've cost you £8. Is that less than the £20, 20 odd pounds you might pay for the NARS one? Yes. Is it just as good as the NARS one? Yes. So it swings and roundabouts. Like, there is really good things about beautypie, and there's things that I'm just like, meh. So what I'm going to do really quickly now, video is nearly done, I promise. Favourites: Balm Cleanser, the eyeshadow sticks, the velvety lip crayons, the foil rush shadow but only in the copper, just remember that. The luminizing wand, beautiful. The illuminating primer as well, I've really been enjoying, that's good. The lip liner's really good, and the QI eye cream, very nice. All of them, very nice. Stuff that I would skip out on: the Good Lighting palette, the triple Good Lighting palette, rubbish. Oh, the candles as well, I kind of mentioned that I picked one of them up. I wouldn't bother with them. The scent is very nice, they do fill a room, but the burn on them, the burn on the actual candle themselves is shit, it's rubbish. It all burned down the one side and the other side was mince, it was rubbish, so no, I wouldn't bother with the candle again. If they're saying they're meant to be worth £50, then that's a load of shit. The Stay All Day eyeliner in the pot, don't bother with. The mascaras, as far as I'm concerned, the one that I've tried was rubbish, and the reviews I've seen of other mascaras, not very good. And the triple hyaluronic acid serum, I'm not going to say is a flop, but I think you can get other things on the market that you don't have to sign up to a membership for, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so I knew this was going to be a really lengthy video. I'm very sorry. I hope that gives you a really good kind of idea of beautypie though, and whether or not you bother to try them. Personally, I would say give it a bash. If your nose is bothering you that much and you're like, God, like, it looks quite good, she said this is good, she said that's good, I really want to try that. As I say, sign up, do the £20 a month one, get that £350 allowance, pick up all the stuff that you've heard me speaking about if you think you're very interested in that, and then after that, put yourself back down to the £5 a month, and then you've got £50 to spend on a wee lip crayon whenever you want. I think after Christmas, come January, I will be stopping my membership with beautypie, which saddens me because I think there are things that I would continue to buy from them if I didn't have to be a member. If I didn't have to be a member to pick up that cleansing balm, I would buy it hands down every time. I think it's lovely. If I didn't have to be a member to buy that illuminating wand again, although how long it'll take me to get through that, I would buy that again. But having to be a member to get these things just isn't balancing up anymore. It's just feeling a little like, nah. And for that reason, I think come January, I probably will quit my subscription with them, if I'm honest with you. So I hope that gives you a bit of insight. I'm not saying the products are rubbish and that's why I'm stopping my subscription. I'm just trying to think, like, on the whole, is it worth it? And I don't know if it is. If every kind of quarter, every 3 months or so, I could go and have a wee splurge on beautypie, I probably would. But do I want to be signed up to it for £120 a year when you're paying £10 a month? I think you can do £99 for the year all round as an annual payment as well, as a kind of bonus thing. But the way I've been doing it, I've been doing £10 a month. And do I want to pay £120 just for the option to buy things? No, I don't think I do beautypie. I'm really sorry. But the products are really nice. Some of them are really nice. Anyway, that is going to be all for now. As I said, I'm sorry, I knew this was going to be a super duper long one. And I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye!